Hello, coolers. Welcome back to another interesting episode of Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with some transfer stories, talking about Portuguese midfielder Ruben Neves, who plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers. It has been reported that Ruben Neves is the most viable Busquets replacement for FC Barcelona. We are going to be looking at that as we move ahead. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about Miralem Pjanic, as it has been reported that the Barcelona midfielder will accept a salary cut to leave the club on loan. And finally, we are going to be talking about Dembele, as there's an unexpected U-turn. Paris Saint-Germain have just closed the doors for signing Ousmane Dembele, according to recent reports. We're also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do endeavor to subscribe if you haven't. If you're a lover of FC Barcelona, give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona have ambitious plans for the upcoming summer transfer window. Robert Lewandowski remains at the top of the agenda for Barca heading into the summer. At the same time, Barcelona are looking to strengthen several other positions in the squad. Manager Xavi Hernandez has made it very clear that he wishes to have two options for every position across the pitch. It has led to the club looking for a new defensive midfielder to cover for and eventually replace captain Sergio Busquets. Barcelona have narrowed in on three potential options for the role in Ruben Neves of Wolverhampton Wanderers, Orient Tchouameni of AS Monaco, and Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad. However, as reported by Sport, Barca have identified Neves as the most viable option to replace Busquets in the long run, due to their good relationship with Wolves and his agent Jorge Mendes. In the recent past, Barca have done multiple transfer deals with Premier League clubs, having sold Nelson Semedo and loaned Francisco Trincao last summer there, while they signed Adama Traore on loan in January. At the same time, Barca president Joan Laporta shares a strong relationship with Jorge Mendes, who represents Neves and has close ties with Wolves as well, having helped them broker deals for several players in the past. All these factors stack up in favor of Neves being the most viable candidate to reinforce the pivot positions in the squad for Barca this summer. However, as per the report, Wolves would demand a sum of 50 million euros for Neves, something that Barca do not intend to pay. Instead, the La Liga heavyweights plan to bring down the price by offering players in exchange as part of the deal. The names of Riqui Puig, Oscar Mingueza, and Nico Gonzalez have emerged as possible makeweights in the transfer for Neves in the summer. The first two are expected to be sold this summer, while Nico could be allowed to leave on loan due to competition for places. It will be interesting to see if Barca are able to strike a deal to sign Ruben Neves, or are forced to look elsewhere. Then on to the next story of discussion. With the 2021-22 season almost over, Barcelona will shortly start welcoming back players who had been out on loan for the campaign. Most of the players who will be returning are unlikely to have a future at Camp Nou, and could either be sold or sent out on another loan spell. And one such star who is expected to be quickly on the move in the summer is midfielder Miralem Pjanic. The 32-year-old Bosnian midfielder was shipped out to Besiktas last summer after enduring a very difficult debut season in Catalonia upon arriving from Juventus in 2020. The midfielder has had a solid campaign in Turkey, ending the campaign with 26 appearances in which he made 4 assists. So there had been talk about Besiktas wanting to extend the former AS Roma star's loan spell by another season. However, wage issues are likely to prevent the Turkish giants from going ahead with the deal. But as per Catalonia Radio, Pjanic is now willing to take a pay cut in order to secure a loan move away from Barca in the summer transfer window. The Catalan giants already have a plethora of midfield options in the form of Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, Nico, Gavi, and Riqui Puig, while Franck Kessié is also set to be added on the roster. In addition, Barca are also planning to bring in another midfielder with links to Ruben Neves, as we have discussed earlier, of Wolves persisting. So it is clear that Pjanic now has space whatsoever in the squad at the Camp Nou. A permanent move would be the ideal option for Barcelona, as it will allow them to generate some funds from the sale. However, a loan departure looks the likelier of the possibilities, more so if the midfielder is willing to reduce his salary demands. So it remains to be seen where Pjanic ends up in the summer, because Besiktas will not sign him permanently, and reports are claiming that because of the wage issues, Besiktas cannot afford his wages. But in spite of that, Pjanic is ready to take a pay cut to secure another loan move, because the truth is Pjanic have no space. He can't even have game time because the midfield department is choked up. Frankie will be coming from AC Milan, and just imagine that we go again for Ruben Neves. Then there's no space at all for Pjanic. So the best thing is to move. But normally Barca wants a permanent move for Pjanic, but it is very, very unlikely at this point in time. It's very unlikely to have a suitable suitor for Miralem Pjanic, because first of all, Pjanic is not the player in the past, but his wages are still so exorbitant for many clubs to afford to pay, and that is where the problem lies right now. So but Barca will be looking to loan him in the summer, because the truth is Pjanic has no future at Barcelona. Even if he comes, he knows very well that he won't be guaranteed game time under Xavi Hernandez, and of course he's willing to extend his loan spell maybe and somewhere else, and by taking a pay cut, knowing fully well that his salary might be a problem to the club that he eventually goes. Then on to the final story of discussion. Ousmane Dembele has dominated the headlines today following a series of revelations over contract negotiations with Barcelona. Spanish media suggests the winger has rejected Barcelona's final offer and is on the verge of signing for Paris Saint-Germain on a Bosman move. His agent Moussa Sissoko reportedly had a trip to Paris on the weekend to hold discussions with Nasser El Khelaifi. However, according to a report from Le Parisien, Dembele's supposed move to PSG could fall through, as the new sporting director Luis Campos is not a fan of the Barcelona superstar. Campos, who is expected to replace Leonardo Araujo as the club's sporting director in the summer, does not want to sign the former Borussia Dortmund starlet and has not given the board the green light to go ahead with the transfer. Dembele was initially thought to be identified as PSG's desired replacement for Angel Di Maria. The Argentine ace is set to leave the club in the summer following the end of his contract. He has been offered to Barcelona, but the attacker is very likely to join Juventus instead. PSG had reportedly considered Dembele as an ideal long-term replacement for Di Maria. They wanted to create a deadly front three of him, Messi and Mbappe, with Neymar and another player likely to be axed in the summer. But PSG's apparent decision to abandon the pursuit of the Frenchman could serve as a major blow for the player, as the Parisian juggernaut were one of the few clubs who are in a position to meet his exorbitant wage demands. Apart from PSG, Dembele has been linked with a move to Chelsea, with Thomas Tuchel reportedly keen on a reunion at Stamford Bridge. Manchester United has been muted as another potential destination for the explosive winger, but with 3 months until club football gets back on the way, it might be too early to rule out a move to Paris Saint-Germain just yet. So callers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, it's bye for now.